Hey folks, it's Lauren from Snowy's here with the Low Alpine AirZone Active 26 litre backpack.
Hit it.
Hydration compatible with bladders up to 3 litres in size. It's got loads of external storage options, as well as being perfect for hiking, biking or everyday use. Hold up fam, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any awesome content on the Snowy's channel. Let's get into it. So the pack is around about 900 grams, so it's nice and light. It's about 53 centimetres tall by around about 30 centimetres wide and around about 24 centimetres deep here, especially at the base of the pack where it's nice and thick. It's made from a mini ripstop material, which contributes to why it's so lightweight, but it's also really tough. You've got these mesh panel pockets on the front and both sides, and it's also treated with Hydra Shield, what Low Alpine call Hydra Shield, which essentially it's not waterproof, but it provides a good water resistance to the overall bag. Now, being the Low Alpine backpack name is AirZone Active, so it is designed for more active use, particularly if you're bike riding or commuting and you need a good quality backpack. This is a good option for you. It's got like a nice rigid shaped frame here, which helps to create, or you can see the frame, part of that frame system here running through the back of the backpack, and that helps to create what's called the air zone, which gives loads of ventilation between the pack and the body, helps to wick away any sweat, and also creates or allows an environment where any waterproof gear or rainwear that you might be wearing can actually do its job properly. The harness is pretty simple. We've got some nice padding, but still quite light because it is overall designed to be a light pack. Some adjustable straps up here to help you with your shoulder height. On the actual shoulder straps, we've got these elastic loops, I guess you could call them. That's for feeding your hydration tube through. And then we've also got these little webbing straps here that's sewn at intervals, and that's to allow you to adjust the height of the chest strap. So it's just a matter of sort of pulling that out and then tilting that little toggle across, which will then allow you to place the chest strap in a higher or lower position depending on what is right for your body. So the adjustable straps on the side here, obviously, as most sort of basic backpacks will function. And then down we've got here at the base, we've got like a hip padding. It's again, nice and light, but still pretty good hip padding. And obviously that honeycomb or that, I don't know how else you'd describe it. Yeah, let's go with honeycomb. It still allows there to be some padding and support while maintaining airflow through this section as well. So your actual waist clips are fully adjustable, and Low Alpine have given you a huge amount of length here, so it's going to be suitable to fit on all shapes and sizes of bodies. And we've also got on both straps on either side these really generous storage pockets that can be for snacks or gels or even your phone. So I've got a Google Pixel 7 Pro, so it's quite a large phone, and that will fit into the pocket relatively easy. Like I've got loads of room left over. I don't even need to jam it in or try to sort of force it in there or wriggle it in. Fits with ease, loads of storage space. So at the top of the bag, we've got this reinforced webbing loop. I'm giving that a really strong tug there. That's not going anywhere, so that's obviously well secured. On this little red toggle, we've got a hidden zip compartment here, and that's just gonna show I'll pull this pocket out for you so you get a gauge of the size, but it's quite a large internal pocket that can sit at the top of the bag here with a little bit of a webbing strap and a hook, ideally for hooking your keys or something in so you can find them easily without having to rummage around too much. Perfect size for say your wallet, your phone, anything you want to quickly and easily access. We've got also at the front of the bag, I'll spin it around from the side here. We've got our little hydration port. So this is where your hydration bladder tube will come out. Now, notably, this doesn't exist on the other side. So that hydration tube will come out on your right hand shoulder, but you do have the option of obviously feeding it down whichever side of your body that you prefer. Now we've got just a singular compression strap on this pack here, so that can pull in nice and tight depending on how much your bag is packed. You can still make sure anything that you've got in there is secure. It's not going to be bouncing around too much. So we've got our elastic mesh pocket down here, which appears at first glance to not be overly large, but it actually stretches quite a lot. And I've got a 1 litre Nalgene bottle here, which is classic for demonstrations, and that's going to fit into the pocket like so. Fairly easy there, but you probably wouldn't want anything thicker or larger in diameter than your Nalgene bottle for these pockets. Down here as well, you will notice we've got a couple of little plastic toggles, I guess you can call them. You may have seen up here a little symbol that indicates your hiking poles. So this is just a hiking pole carry system if you're going to be using it for maybe long trail runs or a long day hike even, where you need to, you know, carry a bit of stuff but nothing too crazy. So the tip of your trekking pole is going to pop into this little toggle or tab like so, and that's anchored there in place. And then up the top here, we just have the ability to, and you're going to want to do this obviously with the cinch strap at its maximum. We're going to slide that trekking pole in, and then what we can do is just pull that along, and we've got that sort of little toggle there or tab there to easily release it in the future. So then you can just pull that your cinch strap up in conjunction, and obviously you've got loads of space there to have a second hiking pole or a pair as well. So moving on to that front section, we have really quite a large mesh pocket here. The mesh pocket is not too, it's quite a, what would you say? It's quite like a heavier duty mesh. It's not light, so I can't imagine that it would be easily sort of torn. But the mesh pocket is going to the full extent of that stitching line, and it is quite stretchy. It stretches out. We've also got this rubber reinforcing here. Sometimes when you have a mesh pocket at the front and it's being repeatedly stretched out to have gear stuffed in, the mesh can go a bit saggy and floppy and not hold your gear in place very well. So this little plastic reinforcing bit here allows that to not happen. So I've got a medium size Rainbird jacket. So they're not the lightest of gear, but maybe something that you might wear if you're cycling or commuting. So we can just shove that one in, give you an idea of the size of the pocket and how much space you can actually put in there. So that jacket fits in relatively easy. And whilst it is sort of pushing into the space of the backpack itself, it's not actually taking up too much room. So as you can see, fair amount of storage in the front there. Now on the other side, we've just got a single cinch strap again, but nothing extra fancy. We've just got this other mesh pocket, exactly the same size pocket as the other side. So now the bag's empty, we can have a better look inside. So we've got this big section of material at the top here, which is obviously the pocket that we can access from the top. So underneath that, I'll fold the bag back to give us a better look. So underneath that we have our hydration pocket compartment. So that extends all the way down to the base of the bag and runs the full width. So you will be able to fit something as large as or up to a 3 litre size bladder in there. And we've got this little Velcro tab at the top, which can hook through the top of the bladder and anchor that in place. So as you're drinking the water, it's not collapsing down on itself. Now, as you can see here, this isn't a pocket. This is just a little zip thing where they put in the reinforcing and the rigid structure of the back of the backpack and the harness system. So that's just there purely from a design perspective. Now, in terms of what else is inside the bag, there's no further dividers or anything. It's just a large sort of single compartment, with the exception of having this mesh pocket at the front, which can allow you to pop anything else that maybe you don't want to access from the outside, but you still want to be able to get it quick and easy on the inside of your bag. So last but not least, which I haven't shown you yet, is the rain cover. So I did mention before that the bag has that hydro shield, so it is water resistant, but obviously the zips and the seams and things like that, they're not fully waterproofed. So if you are coming up against a fair bit of rain, you've got the option of pulling out your rain cover. Now that's on the inside of the pack here, so it's Velcroed in place if you want to keep it attached, or if you need to fully remove it to give it a wash or an air out and a dry, you can do that. So the rain pack is nice and large. It's an ample cover for the bag, so you're not going to struggle too much to pop that on. So what we'll do is slide it over the top of the bag like so. And flipping over to the back here, you'll see just next to the frame, we've got a webbing loop, and that's on both sides of the bag. And that's where we can just anchor our rain cover in so it doesn't get, you know, knocked off or pushed off or go skew if on your bag. And you've also got this toggle and quite a nice thick bungee cord that runs the whole way around the rain cover. And that allows you to just get the tensioning nice and right to keeping a snug fit on your pack. So that's about it for the Lowe Alpine Airzone Active 26 litre backpack. You can get this at snowies.com.au at our lowest prices every day.